The Fertile Ground Festival starts this Friday. It's a citywide, multi-week performing arts festival that takes place at various venues around town. And our first guests today have a world premiere play featured at the festival. Genevieve Sage is the writer and actor, and Garrett Dyer is an actor as well. Welcome.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming. So first, tell us more about the Fertile Ground Festival and how you came up with the idea for your play, What We Buried.
Yeah, so the Fertile Ground Festival started in 2009, like you said, and it just supports new works, new plays, new pieces, all different types of performance art. And it came at a time when I had just sort of a fever dream of this show, and that arrived at 5 in the morning for me. And, and then I wrote it over a 3-day fever dream.
Wow.
And I was like, hey, I think I'll submit it. And it was accepted, and now it's going up. Opening night is Saturday.
Awesome,
So
awesome.
excited,
Yeah, so tell us more about what We Buried. What's it about?
What We Buried is about, it's a two-hander show, which means two people, Garrett
that's
and
right.
myself. And he plays my brother, Miles, and my character's Maxine. And after a family tragedy, we are cleaning up our parents' vacation cabin in the Pacific Northwest.
Okay.
And it starts off as a comedy, and then it turns into a kind of a dramedy, and then it turns into, you know, what they call a reveal play.
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
Well, without saying too much, it was loosely inspired by a very famous legendary actor's upbringing and secrets that were revealed in that.
Oh,
and that's what
okay.
inspired me. And then you'll just come for the fun and stay for the emotional damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I understand, you know, audiences will leave a little shook.
Yes.
Do you agree with that, Garrett?
Oh, 100. When I first read it, I was like, this is insane, but in the best way possible, because when I was reading it, exploring the character of Miles, the younger brother, I was like, what is it like to be a younger brother, which I know very well.
Okay.
I grew up with 2 sisters, a brother, and I think for those who've grown up with that kind of family dynamic, they'll see that there's just a lot of how we kind of revert back to our childlike selves and explore those little interesting dynamics in the family. But then with this new emerging story of these two with the tragic loss of their parents at the start, how to navigate something new without that buffer of their parents. So it was just really interesting to explore that.
Yeah, it sounds like people can learn a lot from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and relate a lot, hopefully. You know, it's
Yeah.
just sibling relationships. We rib each other a lot.
Yeah.
And it's got sort of a naturalistic dialogue for the stage. So I like to kind of think it's more filmic for the stage, and it's very intimate at the Backdoor Theater where it's playing.
Yeah, tell us more about the Backdoor Theater.
It's a speakeasy little venue behind a coffee shop on Southeast Hawthorne. So appropriately named Backdoor.
Yeah.
But I love it. The venue it's intimate and intentional, which I feel sets up perfectly for what the story is, where we want you, the audience, to feel like you are a painting or a fly on the wall, just observing what's going to happen between these 2 siblings. And it's such a phenomenal venue to be able to do that.
Very cool, very cool. Tell me more about both of your backgrounds. Garrett, we'll start with you just because I understand you finished playing a cult leader.
I did.
And I'm
yeah.
into that. I love all the cult docs. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was great. My beard was much longer then. I grew my nails out. They're like, "Why did you grow your nails out?" And I was like, "Makes sense to me," you know. But it was so much fun to be able to explore out in the Ozarks. That's where we filmed it, out in Missouri. And I actually originally come from a live performance and vocal performance, singing, 8 years of that. But the transition from that to more on-camera work, which is how I found Genevieve in the first place, has been awesome. And I've loved exploring it, and I love that it's led me to this play.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. And Genevieve, I understand you are an actor,
Yep.
But you kind of pivoted more to screenwriting, playwriting, things like that.
Yeah. I was an actor since I was a kid in regional theaters and got my theater degree and tried the LA thing, the New York thing, and landed here in Portland almost 20 years ago. And I think I just realized as a storyteller, I liked having sort of being in charge of the whole story.
Sure.
Not just a part of the story. And so I met Garrett. I'm also an acting teacher here in town, and he came into class, and his talent was so raw and wonderful. I thought one day we'll work together. And here we are a few years later.
It's crazy.
It's happening.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. What is your message to people about getting out and seeing live theater?
Gosh, it's such an important thing, and Portland is such a great place to do it. So is Fertile Ground. So I just think there's nothing like it. You know, you'll never see the same thing twice. It's, you know, we are on stage the entire time, and it's just, you know, it's a 1-hour show. So that's what's great, and we have no place to hide. So
Kind of wish I did sometimes.
yeah.
It's
So
right.
I mean, live theater just always has this exciting of the moment experience that you can't get anywhere else by sitting at home watching the old telly.
For sure. I mean, even if you saw the same show twice, it would be different. Totally.
Totally.
Okay, where can people see the show, and how can they get tickets?
So they can see the show at the Backdoor Theater. It's premiering this Saturday. We have shows Saturday, Sunday in the middle of the day, which I think is great because who doesn't love to be home in their jams by 6 o'clock?
This one does, yeah.
Yep, right?
I do.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
Yeah, I know.
Honestly.
But the show is also, it's on Hawthorne. So, you know, go to one of our daytime matinees this weekend or next weekend, and then like grab a drink afterwards and be home. And you can get tickets on the Fertile Ground Festival or on my, own website, GenevieveSage.com.
Yes, and scan that QR code as well. Thank you both for coming. It was great to meet you.
Thanks for having us.
Good luck this
Like,
weekend.
we'll save you a seat.
Okay, thank you.